Hello, so it is Sunday morning here. It is very, very dark and rainy. I'm still kind of half asleep, I think. I'm still waking up a bit. I haven't had a coffee or anything yet. I'm just finishing getting ready because today I am going to head to IKEA. I don't go there very often, maybe once or twice a year. I don't even remember the last time that I went there, but basically I've got this little area next to my desk here, which you can't see. I haven't shown it because it's been a mess this entire time. Basically, I'm just wanting to put a shelf to organize everything there. I am thinking, I mentioned a while ago, with all of the manga and figurines that I've been collecting as of late, it would be nice to have them in a separate area. So I might use it for that, just because my collection is growing. I never thought I would become a figurine girly, but over the past year and a half, I've just started collecting them. I have some more on the way that are coming next week from Japan. So when that box arrives, I'm going to open it up with you. So I've already got an idea in my head of what this is going to look like. I'm kind of running out of space in this library office room of mine, but it would be good to have something to organize the items that I don't have a place for. Yesterday I had a very relaxing day. I completely cleared my day because I've been quite busy, so I just wanted to do nothing. So I caught up on some reading. I finished the Buffalo Hunter Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones, which was my Patreon book club read for this month. I'm not going to go fully into a review right now because that book just had a lot going on with a lot of history and vampirism, so I'll come back and talk about that later. But overall, I really enjoyed that book. I have now come back to finish For the Wolf. I'm enjoying this because, as I mentioned, I want to read more dark fantasy and medieval books. I've got a whole list of books in that genre that I want to get into, and also thank you to everybody who commented on my last video to leave me some recommendations. I really appreciate those, and I've added them to my very long list. And I've also started rereading one of my favorite books of all time, The Vampire Lestat by Anne Rice, because if you are an Anne Rice fan or a fan of the Interview with the Vampire series, you'll probably know that the new season is coming out next month. It's really not that far away. I didn't even realize. So even though I've read this book like, I don't know, 20 times, I want all of the events to be really fresh in my mind when I watch the new series, because it's based on this book, which is so exciting because this is my favorite book out of all of the Vampire Chronicles. So to see it adapted is going to be incredible, and I can't wait. This is my original copy that I got in high school. I begged my parents to buy it for me, and my mum bought this for me, and as you can see, it's incredibly worn. It's very loved because I have read it so many times. It's really getting so old. If you've seen some of my other videos or you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen though that I have just about all of the Vampire Chronicles in hardcover. They're really beautiful old editions, 1 or 2 first editions as well of some of the later Vampire Chronicles, of course, because the first couple are extremely expensive. Even my hard copy of the Vampire Lestat is very worn, and I paid quite a lot for that in that state. So I think now with the show gaining so much more attention and a lot of people starting to read these books, which is so exciting, the prices of those I noticed did go up a lot. So I'm glad that I was able to collect most of them when I did. But anyway, I'm just really excited for the new season. I can't wait. I've loved all the songs so far, and yeah, as I've mentioned before, I really love Sam Reed. I think he is Lestat, so he's perfect for the role. But anyway, I'm gonna head off now to IKEA, so I'm gonna take you along with me, and then later on I'm gonna show you my process for organizing this little corner of my room. Rico has come to investigate, but I've just finished putting this together, so my room's a mess. It's already getting dark, but I'm going to decorate this now. I just received a box from Japan, which is so exciting. I've just opened it and I want to show you all of the incredible things that I got. These came from JPFans, which is a proxy service. I've used proxy services before to buy things from Japan, and I like to do this because I find that the websites for selling things in Japan is so much cheaper compared to sites like eBay, which I find really overpriced. So I found some incredible items that I'm going to share with you. You just select the website that you want to shop for through the JPFans website. So for all of these items, I've used Mercari, which is my favorite. You just order the items, check out as usual, and then once the items arrive at the JPFans warehouse, they send you pictures of everything so you can inspect them yourself, which is really handy. And then you can combine everything together, which is what I've done, and then they send them all together. So let's go through all of the things that I got. First items together are the Jujutsu Kaisen key animation books, which is a really incredible collector's item to have if you are a fan of the series. There are a couple more. I got these together for a really good price, probably the same price as buying one of them here, which is pretty crazy. I've just had a quick flick through of these, but as you can see, the illustrations in here are just incredible, and it's really cool to see the process of how everything is put together. Just shows how talented the illustrators are who work on series like this. Nanami. These honestly look brand new to me as well. Everything came shrink wrapped. So that's volume 1, and then here is volume 2, which has Gojo on the cover, got Megami on the back. This package also came with 2 bonus items, 2 clear files here, which I know are really big items for collecting in Japan. This one which has Megami on the back. And then this one has Yuji and Sukuna. The next items I've got are some manga. So I've got 2 volumes from Attack on Titan. This is from Levi's backstory, No Regrets. The covers are just incredible. Especially this one. Levi is my favorite character in Attack on Titan, which is why I chose these. These are in Japanese, but to have these as collector's items is just really nice. Attack on Titan became one of my favorites, incredible. So if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend it. And again, these look brand new. These were also so cheap from memory. I think the 2 of these together were priced at something like $9. So super happy with these. The next 2 items I've got, they're from a game that I talk about a lot. These are 2 figures from Silent Hill 2. So I've got Pyramid Head and a Bubblehead nurse, and she is holding a steel pipe, which I like because honestly the ones with the knives I find pretty terrifying, and the Pyramid Head has got his sword, of course. So I'm going to open these up properly and put them together because I want to put these on my new shelf that I bought the other day, so I'll show these soon. The next item I've got here is a journal cover. So this is from the Junji Ito Tomie collaboration with Hobonichi. I believe this was from last year, or it could have been earlier this year because this year's going so quick and I can't even remember. I'm pretty sure this sold out and I had my eye on it, so when I came across it on Mercari through JPFans, I had to get it because it was, again, at a really good price. And like everything else that I've received, it came wrapped up, very brand new looking. This is the cover. These colors are not very me, but out of all the items in the collection, I liked this one the most. I just think it's very striking with this color combination with these portraits of Omie, who is my favorite Junji Ito character, of course. And then the inside is really cool as well. Got these details here. There's a lot of different pockets. This little design here I really like as well. Inside there is a little booklet here. It is all in Japanese, so I'll have to translate that one later. And then there is a little card as well. This side's in Japanese, this side's in English, and it's talking about Tomie, who she is as a character in her story. I did, in preparation for this, buy an insert, which is from Midori. This feels very light as well. And I think this will be really good for traveling because I am going to be traveling later this year, but I will be showing this a bit more because I'd like to try it out before then anyway. And the last item that I've got here, which I'm really excited about, obviously I'm excited about all of these. I kind of feel like it's Christmas today opening all of these up, but I've talked about this game a lot too, which is Bloodborne, because I got the doll Ninja Droid. Look how cute she is. Absolutely adorable. So cute. I'd love to get the Hunter as well, but I know the Hunter is super rare and really, really expensive. But I mean, it would be a dream to have them together. But regardless, I'm just so happy to have her in my collection. This is my very first Ninja Droid. I've seen so many of them that I've liked. She's still sealed, as you can see. I don't even want to open her up, to be honest, but I will, because as I mentioned in my last video, my new desk setup, one of my main influences, and there are many, but one of the main ones was the Hunter's Dream in Bloodborne, which is where Dole lives. So I feel like she needs to be opened up and put somewhere on my desk because she will look perfect there. But yeah, my very first Ninja Droid, and a really good choice, I think. So that is my incredible haul from JPFans. Again, this really felt like Christmas today, opening all of these incredible items up, which I love. Very impressed with the quality of all of these and how seamless this experience was. So I'm going to be opening all of these up now and finding a space for them, which I'll show you in my room soon. But a huge thank you to JPFans for sending me all of these incredible items. So this is the finished shelf. Not completely done yet because I will be adding things to it over time, but I quite like how this looks so far, so I'll just go through what's in here. So over here I've got my turntable. I've put my Silent Hill 2 vinyl on display. I kind of like the idea of swapping this out depending on what I'm playing. And then I've got the new figures of Pyramid Head and the Bobblehead Nurse here as well. Just skipping ahead to the bottom here, because I talked about my turntable, I decided to store all my records here. Before now they were just sitting in a box, which is kind of terrible, but I really like the idea of having them all together here. I have been collecting vinyl for quite a long time. I've lost some over the year, and there are others in other places of my house, but these are my favorites and I might show a couple of those soon. Above my vinyl I've got a little stack of random manga. There's no real theme, I guess. Just put a few together as I build up my collection. And then these two shelves, top and the bottom, are dedicated to housing, which I've talked about so many times, but basically it's my favorite manga series and favorite anime as well. The first one that I got into, manga and anime, so very special to me. And I've got my Alucard figure here, which is one of my favorite things that I own. I bought this figure secondhand off eBay. He's discontinued now because I do get asked a lot where I got him from. Ideally, I wanted the limited edition one of him where he's wearing his hat and his glasses, but that is extremely expensive and it was out of my budget, but I found this at a really good price. And I actually bought a custom base as well. This base that he's standing on is different from the one that he comes with, so like that was a good investment too. And then down here I've got the new Omnibus Volume 1. I need to get the other two, and I've also got my DVD box set of the original series. I do have the OVA series on Blu-ray as well, which I'll probably put up here eventually. Over here I've got my Junji Ito shelf, so a couple of mangas. The box behind there, which was what the makeup collaboration with Little Ondine came in, that I just kept because it was so cute and it's got Tomie all over it. And then at the front I've got my little Tomie, which I won in a blind book. At the moment these two shelves at the bottom are just random little things that I've thrown in here that I didn't really have a place for in my room. So there's some Skull Pandas, some Resident Evil merch, this little bag that I got from the Vivienne Westwood exhibition as well. I do expect these shelves to change pretty soon, but I just wanted to fill them with something for now. And last but not least is my little Jujutsu Kaisen shelf. So I've got the Key Animation art board in here, the blind box plushies that I got. I've got my signed copy of Volume 2, which is signed by the English voice actor of Megami, and this Gojo acrylic stand that I bought off a proxy service. I'm back to do another quick little unboxing, something else that I'm really excited about. I've just received a box from Heretic, which is arguably my favorite brand for fragrances. Let's open these up together and try them on. I'm heading out this afternoon, so this will be kind of perfect to do a test of something on me. I always really love the way that they pack their fragrances. It's just very thoughtful. So I've got a couple of things in here, which I can see already. This box smells amazing. It's been fragranced with Dirty Coconut, which is one that I've smelt in a store before, I believe. Really nice. There's also a card here. It's got a QR code on the back, which I'll have to check out. So the first item I've got here is the Rhubarb Thief Discovery set. And I believe Rhubarb Thief is Heretic's latest scent. Wow, this box is so cool. It's a little book. It just seems very appropriate for me. There are some illustrations in here. I know this did have kind of like a fairy tale kind of theme. Rhubarb, of course. It's just so cool. I love the packaging of this. I definitely want to sit down and read this properly. The actual fragrances in the Discovery set. So there's Rhubarb Thief, Beekeeper, 14 Carats, Jasmine Smoke, and Dirty Hinoki. So I'll open this up in a minute because I want to have a look at this first, which is a full-sized bottle of Rhubarb Thief. So let's go ahead and open this up. So we've got the rabbit again, and then there's a quote on the back from Charles Baudelaire which says, "Strangeness is a necessary ingredient in beauty," which I definitely agree with. And here is the inside of the box, which is just beautiful. The bottle itself is so pretty. I love the gradient. Let's open this up. I think I will have to smell this one straight away. Oh, wow. Smells very fresh. I can definitely smell rhubarb in there. Just having a look at the notes, it mentions tart, herbaceous, and indulgent. I'm definitely getting that with bold notes of rhubarb, bergamot, and cedarwood, which creates a vibrant blend. I feel like I'm getting all of those notes from this. It smells very fresh to me. Like, I think this would be a perfect spring and summer kind of scent. Really lovely. And then I've got two others in here as well. I've got Beekeeper in the bigger size and also 14 Carats, which I'm really curious about. Let's go ahead and open up this one first. So this one mentions a fresh, woody, velvety scent. So carrying the smell of soil and sun at once. I like the sound of that. That's very unique. I think the thing I love most about Heretic is how unique the scents are and how I can actually really smell the things that they mention. And they're also all plant-based, which really blows my mind as well. Oh, wow. That one definitely has not the same, but it's giving me the same kind of fresh scent as Rhubarb Thief. Maybe a little smokier. I feel like these two would go really well together in spring and summer. I really like that one. It's really, really different. I'm gonna open up Beekeeper now. This one mentions a warm, smoky, sweet scent, which sounds like something I would like because personally I really love smoky scents. I do like a little bit of sweetness, but not too much. So this mentions warm beeswax, buttery and gold with the ghost of 100 flowers. I like the sound of that. So let's give this one a smell. Oh, wow. I think that's my favorite so far. I can't get over how much this actually smells like beeswax, like a candle, which is my favorite kind of smell. I think I'm gonna spray this one on and then a little bit of the Rhubarb Thief as well. Wow, that is beautiful. I may have just found my new favorite fragrance. I love all of these, but this is the standout for me so far. Like, it really does smell like a beeswax candle, which I love. I'll also spray a bit of the Rhubarb Thief as well, because I'm interested to see how this goes on my skin. The thing with Heretic I find is that I really only need one spray of everything because the longevity is great. So going back to the Discovery set, I've now smelt these three, so I'll give Jasmine Smoke and Dirty Hinoki a go. I feel like I may have smelt these before. Anyway, let's start with Jasmine Smoke. So this one mentioned lush, sensual, smoky scent, bit of a tongue twister. So tonka bean, jasmine, obviously almond. I haven't got my glasses on, so I'm kind of struggling through this. Amber. I love amber, so I feel like I'm gonna like this one. A smoky sweet scent. I can smell the amber. Okay, I'm curious to wear this one another day because I'm covered in 2 scents now, so I don't have any other place for these. That is a really nice scent though. And then let's try Dirty Hinoki. So this one, soft, woody, rich, centering and uplifting. Japanese cypress. Oh, I like the sound of that. Hinoki oil, vetiver, amber musk. This sounds like a beautiful combination. Oh, I really like that. That has more of a earthy, smoky, woody scent to me, which is very different from the Jasmine Smoke. Definitely gonna have to try this one on properly as well. This Discovery set is incredible. I think this is a beautiful range of scents in here. Again, like with everything from Heretic, everything is just so well done and smells really amazing. I feel like this is one of those brands that I could blind buy things from because I really like all of their scents and how unique they are. I don't think anybody else is doing these kinds of scents. So Rhubarb Thief is very fresh, but the Beekeeper is 100% my new favorite fragrance. So If you have a chance to smell any of these, I highly recommend it, but probably these three in particular are very, very different and really lovely. So a huge thank you to Heretic for sending me these beautiful fragrances. So honored to be adding these to my little fragrance collection, and I can't wait to wear these out some more.